Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Digibyte today. Those are the three we're going to be going over. And guys, right now what we're seeing with Bitcoin, which I wanted to see this, what I was looking for yesterday, we ended up closing with these tweezer bottoms. You can see right there we ended up defending around that $7,700 range. So that's a big deal there to the upside, okay? So the bulls were stepping in. They were defending this area. We were looking down around that 7,569 to act as support. Then ultimately that 0.618 Fibonacci, which is going to be around $7,200. So that was key for us. And guys, a lot of times when you end up getting these tweezer bottoms or horn bottoms, you will get some type of reversal out of here. Now what we're looking for though is if we can get back up above the 200-day moving average, which is in white. And guys, throughout the history of Bitcoin, basically whenever we're in a bull market, we're trading up above that 200-day moving average. When we're in a bear market, we're below it. And now we've been having basically a week's worth of candle closes below it. So we need to definitely get back up above that and start having candle closes above it as soon as possible. Because the more comfortable we get with these candle closes below it, it could definitely indicate, guys, that we could be going into some type of a bear market. Okay, because guys, if you look at the history of Bitcoin, every time we're making a serious uptrend, you can see right here, once we got up above it on big volume, this entire move here, we are up above the 200-day moving average. Last time we were in a bull market, you can see right here, this entire time, we didn't even come back and hardly touch it, maybe a few wicks, but we are up above it the whole time. And then once we drop back below it, typically, guys, you can see how it's acted as overhead resistance, and we just get pushed to the downside. So in my opinion, the sooner we get back up above it, the better. The longer we're below it, the more dangerous things become. And what you can see now is our 12 EMA in orange is also pressing down, and it's coinciding with this 200-day moving average. So this can be a tough spot for overhead resistance here that we need to get through. That's going to be around $8,732 is what we need to get up above. But I liked yesterday's candle. We had that long wick defense. We had basically a bullish engulfing candle. We engulfed the previous day, and now we're just trying to get back up above it, guys. If we can close up above that 200-day, then I'm going to be looking at the bottom of this descending triangle at around $9,200, $9,300, which is going to be key, because as I've talked to you about, guys, you can actually break down through here, and then we can get back up. We can test the bottom of this, either staying up above it and we break out to the top and it'd be a busted descending triangle pattern, or we can hit this bottom here and then get pushed to the downside. And like I said, I've been in a position since $7,900, and right now I'm just playing that with a tight stop loss with the anticipation Bitcoin's gonna continue this bounce here, and if not, then I get stopped out at break even, guys. It is what it is. I look for the next play, but it's a dangerous spot that we're in, still taking along below this 200-day moving average. So I really wanted to point that out and put that on your radar, guys. And remember, these moving averages, they're for trend chasing, and right now the trend is down. You can see all four of these, our 12 EMA, our 26 in purple, our 50 moving average, and our 200 days acting as overhead resistance. So we need a really nice strong bounce in the next couple days to come up here and get some candle closes up above this 200-day moving average, then ultimately the bottom of this descending triangle, guys. Next, what we're going to look at is a few indicators here. And guys, with the indicators, we're first going to go to our stock RSI. Stock RSI, we have had our bullish cross, which is a good thing. We're moving to the upside. We're at 25 and 18, so we're still in oversold territory, which is a nice thing, so that we can have enough room to try to make a bounce and come back up here and maybe test that, $8,700 to $9,300 range. And guys, also, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you all being here with me today. You really enjoyed, from what I saw the video yesterday, getting it out early in the morning, so I'm going to try to do the best that I can. I had a client earlier this morning, so I try to get these in between the best I can, then I have to hit the road again. So I'm just trying to get this to you as quick as I can so you can do what you can do with it during the day, and you can have this knowledge for you here. Okay, so the stochastic, we did get a bullish cross, which is a good thing. We're in oversold territory, so that may mean we have a little more room to go to the upside. Next one I wanted to look at was our relative strength index. With our relative strength, we're sitting at 30 right now, guys, and at 30 we're directly on that oversold territory, sitting directly on top of it. And also another trend line that I want to pay attention to that we'll need to break out of is on the RSI. You can see right here, guys, we're going to have to see what we do if we come back up here and we see rejection off and get pushed to the downside, or if we're going to get a nice break to the upside. But right now I'm just really paying attention to these tweezer bottoms here and what we end up doing if we can get up above this 200-day EMA. And always remember, guys, tweezer bottoms are typically 1 day by the next day, so days back to back with these type of long wicks. Then you'll also have what's called a horn bottom or a horn top, where the wicks basically same deal like we have here, but they're a week apart. So we kind of have a mix between the two, but this can be a powerful thing, and it can show us that we may have some more room to run to the upside, guys. So that's Bitcoin right now. Next one we're going to go to is Litecoin. Now, with Litecoin, guys, you can see the trend's been more so down than what Bitcoin has been. We've been having lower highs and lower lows coming in. We've also looked at this little falling wedge potential. I know some people have looked at it as like a cup and handle. So that's something that we can also pay attention to. And remember, no patterns are valid until they're actually confirmed, guys. So right here, we're basically looking at this wedge where we're chopping back and forth in here. We got a lot of work in here. We don't have a lot of white space or black space where you have these big gaps in between. We've really worked the price back and forth in here. So the next thing I would look for is for us to try to get up above the 12 EMA, the 26 to 50, and then we would need to break out above this top trend line. That's going to be absolutely key for us. If we see rejection off that, then most likely, guys, we could actually come down here and set a lower low, and that could be anywhere from $45 to $35, right in that range. But right now, I believe it's all going to depend on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin sees massive rejection, we start getting pushed to the downside, I'm sure Litecoin's going to follow. But if Bitcoin wants to make that move to try to get back up above $9,300, then Litecoin most likely will follow along, and we'll have to see what we do with this upper trend line. Remember, guys, you always want a candle close, body close up above that trend line for a true trend line break, and you want to make sure that it's on good volume. If it's not on good volume, most likely it's going to be a false breakout, guys. And what we want to do is just follow these trends. So far, the intermediate term trend now has been down for Litecoin, okay, and that's always judged by these moving averages. Right now we have all four of them pressing down on us, and remember that. So if you're taking a long right now, you are going against the trend, right? Time, guys, in my opinion at least, because you always want to wait for confirmation. Do you see how over here we got back up above that 50-day moving average? In this entire move, we were up above the 50-day moving average till we lost it about $120. And ever since then, that was July 9th, we have been basically just beaten down by this 50. We've came back up here, we closed one candle up above it, and then Bitcoin dumped, and we saw that rejection to the downside. So, guys, with Litecoin, I believe it's just being patient and really waiting to see what Bitcoin does, because it really could go either way at this point. Next thing for Litecoin, let's get these lines off here. Guys, we're going to look at just a couple indicators, and we'll get into Digibyte. First, we're going to go to our stock RSI. Stock RSI is at 1411, so we have some nice room to run to the upside there, guys. That's good. We're in that oversold territory. It's not like we're down at this position here and our stock's all the way up at 80 and 90. So that is a good thing that we're looking at. We're in oversold territory. The next one we're going to look at is our relative strength index. And with our RSI, we're at 33, so we're just above oversold territory right now. And we're just going to, guys, with being at 33, we have to see if we can get up over that 40. On the RSI, 40 seems to be either a key support or a key resistance a lot of times. So I'm going to keep my eye on 40, the number 40 for the RSI right there. Okay, guys, so that's Litecoin right now. It's just waiting on Bitcoin. That's the main thing. Just pay attention to the fact that the trend right now is down. So if you're taking a position here, you're going against the trend, right? Unless you were shorting. Then a lot of guys, when you're in a downtrend like this, just like in a bull market, how they're buying this 50-day moving average, a lot of people will actually short off this. You can see people shorted off this and we got pressed down to the downside. So just pay attention. Always know that if you're taking a long, you want to be up above those moving averages. If you're taking a short, you want to be down below it. But it's important, guys, that you pay attention and wait for confirmation. Okay? Next one we're going to go to is Digibyte. I know some people have been asking about Digibyte. Let me find it here. These are all the different coins, guys, just so you know that I look at. And right now, Litecoin is at $56.16, just to point that out. And, guys, it is October 1st, 7:53 a.m. Eastern time. So I wanted to point that out. Now with Digibyte, guys, why it's so hard with Digibyte is because the books, there's not a lot of volume in the books here, and you're getting just tons of wicks back and forth, because what you'll have is, big whales, they'll come in, pump it, and then they'll just dump it on everybody, and that's why you're having these long wicks. So it's really hard to tell. But right now, if you're just looking at Digibyte, same deal. You see all the moving averages are down right now, guys. They're pressing down upon us. So the trend has been down, right? But the key thing that I'm looking at is finding support. We have now found support right here with a really nice candle there, guys. Some longer wicks here. We've been staying up above that 0.0072259 is the area I'm going to look at. And today, guys, it'd be important if we could close up above this 12 EMA, because that's basically how we have to tackle them to get back in an uptrend. We need to close above the 12 EMA. Then we need to close above the 26 EMA, and it'd be nice to see a cross of those two, the 12 over top of the 26. Then we're going to be looking at that 50-day moving average, which has really acted as staunch resistance for us, guys. But if you look out at Digibyte here, you can see this is a key support level that we're trying to defend right here. We've hit it before, right back in here, guys, and a lot of times when you've hit this has basically been where we've had some type of little reversal. So right in here, guys, look at this. We came down to this area, and then we had an absolutely massive spike out of this range. Down here, we hit it here. We went back up a little bit more here, guys, and now we're just going to see. The problem with taking a spot in Digibyte right now is the risk to reward is very difficult, because if we lose the spot that we're at now, guys, we really don't have any type of support. We could fall down very, very low very fast. Okay, and then to the upside, you have all these moving averages pressing down upon you. So like I said, if you're a long-term investor in Digibyte and you're looking for a spot, you know, guys, we're definitely at the lower end of things. You can see here, this is typically an area where we get a pump, but you just have to be careful, because if this support doesn't hold, then things could get very ugly very fast, and you could lose a lot of percentage. Remember that, guys. This space, it's about percentage gains, percentage loss. Okay, you always want to put that stuff on your side. And remember, you always want the trend to be your friend. You don't want to be longing when you're below the moving averages. That's just my opinion. I want to align myself with the trend. I want to wait for good confirmation. But in terms of Digibyte here, guys, we'll just get into a couple indicators for you. Stochastic RSI right now is at 72 and 72, so we're actually in overbought territory right now on the stock. The next one we're going to look at is our relative strength index. Now the relative strength's at 47, so we're just cruising neutral right here, guys. Just going to have to wait to see what Bitcoin and all the altcoins will do. And then the next one we'll go to, I wanted to show you the awesome oscillator. And it's kind of like a histogram we'll take a look at. And with the awesome oscillator, things are just really tight, guys. We're starting to flip to the positive here. If we zoom in, we're trying to at least, right here. So you can see that, guys, the histogram, basically, this is your positive. As you can see, when you make a positive move, you're up in the positive. Then when you're in the negative, you can hang out below this. But we've basically been in the negative now since June 11th, 2019. We've been underneath there. So I just wanted to point this stuff out, guys. Put it on your radar. Like I said, this is very low for Digibyte, the price that we're at, but you just have to pay attention, because we are sitting on that critical support, and if we start breaking down through that, things could get ugly very fast. I don't want anyone to get crushed. You know, that's the main thing. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not here to give financial advice. Just me and my opinion, it'd be a tough spot to take along right now, unless you really plan on holding for a long time and you believe in the fundamentals, and you believe Digibyte's going to get another one of these market cycles. You can see how these market cycles, they repeat themselves, guys. We had this monster one, and now we're shaking it completely out. So we're just waiting for when the next one comes, and they come very fast. Basically, guys, they come in about a month and a half. You can have these moves, and it can take several years to shake them out. That's just how it is in this game. So I want to bring that to y'all. I hope you like this. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know if you like me covering the Digibyte for y'all. Appreciate you being here with me today. God bless. Take care, my friends.